Good morning, my name is JR and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to assist a patient in providing medication and feeding through NG. First and foremost, the first thing that you have to do is to make sure that your hands are washed and clean to avoid spreading of the microorganisms and infection. And then you have to gather all the materials that you need, including the stethoscope, cotton ball soaked in alcohol, oysterized blended food. We have the patient chart, emesis basing, stethoscope, clean cloth, large towel, and our medication or drugs. We have the liquid form of medication and solid form of medication, and then the medicine tray. After gathering the materials, you may now go to the working unit first, and then you have to check the doctor's order, check the patient chart, also check the medication card, and then compare the two. Check the name of the patient, name of the drugs, the dosage, the time, and the frequency. So after checking the two, if everything is matching, you may now go to your medicine cabinet to get the medication. So we're gonna get the solid form medication and liquid form medication with the medicine tray, and then go back to our working unit. Okay. We also have to get the oysterized blended food, and then put it on the medicine tray. After preparing, we also have to check if the medication is matching to the medication card and the patient card. So check the name of the drugs, check the label, check the consistency of the drugs, and then the expiration date. So if everything is matching, we're now going to be preparing the medication. Okay? So for liquid form of medication, we have to shake it well, and then open it. Okay? And then put it upside down. And then, using the calibrated glass or cup, we're gonna pour the exact amount that we're gonna provide to our patient. So put it at the eye level, put it on the table to make sure we're gonna get the accurate amount. Okay. And then we're gonna wipe the lid using the cotton ball. This is cotton ball only. And then put this in the trash bin nearby. Assuming that we have put it in the trash bin. And then close it using the cover. Okay, and then put it on the medicine tray. And then for liquid form of medication, we also have to check the name of the drug and then the expiration date. Make sure that when we open it, make sure that we don't touch the solid form medication to avoid contamination. Put it in the medicine cup or glass. Okay, throw it in the trash bin nearby. Put this on the medicine tray. And then we also have to prepare the oysterized blended food. Okay, so after preparing everything, we can now go to the patient's unit and then knock on the door to show courtesy. Once you enter the room, you have to identify the patient by looking at the head part, side part, full part of the patient, or by simply checking the ID bracelet of the patient. Okay? And then do not forget to introduce yourself, greet the patient, and then tell the patient the procedure. Hey sir, good morning. My name is JR and today I'm going to be your caregiver. So today sir, I'm going to be assisting you in providing your medication and then feeding you through NG. Okay, and then after doing that, you have to adjust the bed to its working level. You also have to make sure that the room is well lighted and well ventilated. And then you may now start the procedure. Okay, so do not forget as well to tell the patient or explain to the patient the procedure that we're going to do. So sir, I have here your medication and the oysterized blended food. So for your medication, I have the liquid form medication. This is paracetamol, and this is for your pain. So this will help you to relieve the pain that you're feeling right now. And for liquid form medication, this is the cipraloxil. This is for your this is an antibiotic. This is for your infection. So this will kill the microorganisms you have in your body. So this medication has side effect. So you might feel dizzy after taking the medication. So I'm advising you to stay on your bed for at least an hour. Okay, so after taking the medication. I also have here your oysterized breaded food. Okay, and then before proceeding to the procedure, providing the medication and then feeding through NGT, we have to check first the tube if it's intact to the stomach of the patient. So we have 3 procedures in checking the NGT to the patient if it's intact to the stomach of the patient. The first one is auscultation. In doing the auscultation, we're going to be using the stethoscope. So, before using the stethoscope, we have to clean it first. So, using the cotton ball soaked in alcohol, we're going to start cleaning the stethoscope from the earpiece, okay, down to the white tubing. Use the other side of the cloth, and then clean the other side of the white tubing. Get another piece of cotton ball soaked in alcohol, and then clean the rubber tubing down to the chest piece. And then throw this in the trash bin nearby. So after cleaning, we can now wear it, assuming I have worn it. And then we also have to check if the chest piece is working or the stethoscope is working. By tapping it, if we hear the sound, that means it's working properly. Okay? And then we're gonna be asking the patient to put the chest piece on the abdomen of the patient. Sir, can you put this on your abdomen? So you can hear the sound whenever we are or when we apply air using the asepto syringe. So using the asepto syringe or with the asepto syringe, we're gonna be attaching it to the NGT. Okay, and then we're gonna be applying 50 cc. Okay, and then if we heard the whoosh or the gurgling sound, that means the NGT is intact to the stomach of the patient. And if we didn't hear anything, that means it's not intact to the stomach of the patient. What we're gonna do is we're gonna report that to our nursing supervisor or head nurse, okay, for to reinsert it inside the body of the patient. Okay, and that's for auscultation. The next procedure that we're gonna do, we always have to make sure that we close the tube whenever it's not in use. Okay? So for the next procedure, that is aspiration. So we're not going to be using stethoscope anymore. Okay? But before putting it back, we always have to make sure that we clean it first before we put this back. Okay? And then for aspiration, we're still going to be using stethoscope, asepto syringe rather, and then make sure that we attach it to the NGT, and then for aspiration, we're going to be applying 50 cc of air. Okay, and then a liquid substance will aspirate, will go up. If the liquid substance is in greenish or yellowish in color, that means it's intact to the stomach of the patient. But if it's not intact to the stomach of the patient. What we're going to do again is to report to the supervisor or head nurse for them to reinsert the tube to the patient's body. And then the next procedure is immersion. So this time we're not going to be using a asepto syringe anymore. We're going to be removing it. Okay? And then make sure to close it whenever it's not in use. With the emesis basin, this is supposed to be half in of water. So the water is supposed to be distilled water to avoid contamination of the patient. Okay? And then we have to open the NGT. Once it's open, we have to make sure that we can get to avoid contamination of the patient's body. And then we're going to immerse it in the emesis basin. Okay, once it is immersed already in the emesis basin, we're going to ask the patient to inhale and then exhale. Sir, can you please inhale and then exhale? Alright. If there are bubbles created on the surface of the water, that means the NGT is not intact to the stomach of the patient. So, but if there's no bubbles, that means intact to the stomach of the patient. If there were bubbles created, we have to report it to our nursing supervisor or head nurse for them to reinsert the tube to the body of the patient. Okay? So assuming that the NGT is intact to the stomach of the patient, so we can proceed to providing medication and feeding the patient through NGT. Okay? So, we're going to be providing the medication now to our patient. And of course, the oysterized blended food. Okay, so before that, we have to make sure that we position the patient in a sitting position. Position the head of the patient laterally. Okay, and at the count of 3, sir, I'm going to help you to sit on the bed. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, apply the towel on the chest of the patient. Do not jerk or shake the towel to avoid spreading of the microorganisms and infection. Right? This is to promote drainage at the same time to protect the clothes of the patient and then the linen from getting soiled. Okay? And now, we're gonna remove the septum and make sure again to kink it when it's not in use. Okay? We're gonna be providing first to the patient the solid form of medication. By the way, the solid form of medication, since we're gonna be providing it through NGT, it's supposed to be pulverized. Okay? Supposed to be pulverized. So we're gonna be we're supposed to be having 10 cc of water to clean the tube first. 10 cc of water. And of course, another glass of water, which is 50 cc of water. Okay? And that's going to be used for later. So after putting in the 10 cc of water, we're going to be putting in now the pulverized solid form of medication. Okay? And then we'll wait for 30 minutes to check on the side effect and adverse effect of the medication. Okay, assuming that the 30 minutes is done, we're going to be providing now the liquid form of medication, which is in Pradoxil. We have to unkink it whenever we are providing the medication. And then together with the liquid form medication, we're now going to be providing the oysterized blended food. Okay, so after providing, we kink it, and then we put it in a higher level, because the higher the tube is, the faster it goes down. Okay, and then we're gonna provide now the 50 cc of water. So the 50 cc of water will serve as the drinking water of the patient. Okay, so we have to unkink and then provide the 50 cc of water. After providing, we have to kink it again to avoid contamination of the body of the patient. Okay, so after providing the medication, we can now remove the asepto syringe. And then we make sure that before we unkink it, we close the tube to avoid contamination of the body of the patient. Okay, so after providing the medication, we have to ask the patient to position the patient's head laterally to avoid regurgitation and to promote drainage. After doing that, we can now wipe the patient's mouth. So even if the patient did not eat through the patient's mouth, we still have to wash the mouth of the patient for the patient to feel that the patient was able to eat using the mouth of the patient. Okay? So for independence, sir, would you like to wipe your mouth or you want me to do it for you? Okay. Okay. And then we also have to get after doing that, we have to get the large towel. Okay? Do not jerk or shake the towel to avoid spread of microorganisms and infection. Put this in the laundry hamper nearby. Right, so after doing that, we can now ask the patient to go back to his lying position. At the count of 3, sir, I'm going to help you to go back to your lying position. 1, 2, 3. And then put everything back to its proper places. Make sure that you clean everything, the overbed table, and everything that you have used in the room of the patient. Adjust the bed to its working level, and then tell the patient that you are done with the procedure. Okay, sir, thank you so much for your cooperation. We're done with the procedure. Do you need anything else before I leave? Alright. Don't forget to wash your hands. And then go back to your working unit, clean everything. And then also report everything that you are done with the procedure to your nursing supervisor. Also make sure that you notate the amount of food that you have fed the patient, the exact medication, the dosage of the medication you have provided to the patient. And then that's it.